This week, I was in the same room as Bill Gates, Kareem Abdul-Jabbar, and Sam Altman, technically, except he streamed in virtually. It all felt like a dream. I was at the ASU+GSV conference. It's the leading conference in the world that brings together leaders in the education and technology space and everybody in between who's responsible for paving the way for the future of how we live, work, and learn. It was very timely, and I'm honored to have been an attendee to represent Ambitious Labs as the leader in no-code education that's focused around builders. I got a chance to pitch the company to a lot of top CEOs, VCs, and the feedback was incredible. And I'm super excited to be making this video to recap the 3 major insights that I learned over the last 3 days from the leaders of education. The heavy hitter lineup was incredible. Like I said, Bill Gates, Sam Altman, Kareem Abdul-Jabbar, Divya Gokulnath, the co-CEO of Byju's, and Dan Rosenzweig, the CEO of Chegg. And we all discussed major trends in the education space, but one particular trend was taking the whole conference by storm, and I bet you can guess it. ChatGPT. Across hundreds of panelists, we deconstructed all the goods, bads, opportunities, and threats from ChatGPT, and it was quite overwhelming. But the one big takeaway is that we have to embrace AI. It's going to be ubiquitous, and we can all leverage it in a way to supercharge our skills, learn new skills, optimize our workflows, and automate processes. The biggest education companies all revealed their own AI solutions to deliver personalized tutoring experiences to their students. For example, Khan Academy released Conmingo, Chegg released Cheggmate, and Byju's released Badri, which are personalized tutors or coaches that students can use to get help anytime they need it. There are 3 major trends that I extracted from the conference that I want to share with you in this video. So let's jump right into it. Number 1, skill stackability. Gone are the days where you can trust a university to pave the perfect path of education for you. Universities are falling behind because technology and modern trends are moving rapidly. The education industry is now leaning towards a model of skill stackability, which puts the control in the power of the learner's hand to self-curate a collection of skills and knowledge as building blocks for their lives. 70% of college grads are not getting jobs in the fields that they have a degree in. And that means there's a huge skill gap in between what the college is teaching and what modern jobs are looking for. So the idea of skill stackability allows learners to reverse engineer what jobs are looking for or what these opportunities are looking for that they want access to, and reverse engineer and learn the skills that those jobs require backwards. Imagine, why would you spend 4 years in a college not learning the skills you need when you can spend those 4 years instead stacking skills that you would find relevant? You could take cohort-based classes online, you can get hands-on work experience, you could travel and learn, you could do internships. There's so much you can do in that span of 4 years that puts the control back in your hands. The second trend is cohort-based learning, which is exactly what we specialize in at Ambitious Labs. For those of you who don't know, cohort-based learning is a new type of learning that stems from the virtual learning experience that we all got used to during COVID. A cohort-based course is when a group of people start a specific course at one time and have a set outcome that they want to achieve over the span of, say, 3 weeks. Students come together and learn from each other, they learn from the instructor, and they're all working toward a project that at the end, they actually can present and use for various reasons. They could go sell the project if it's a tangible, they could add it to their portfolio, or they continue working on that project and take it to the next level, like starting a business. Cohort-based classes also have a ton of flexibility. You don't take the whole course online. Rather, it's a mix between some live sessions and some sessions at your own time to give learners the flexibility that they want and be able to adapt to that post-COVID life where you're not just at home all the time and you might be going out again. Cohort-based classes are way more effective. 90% of students actually finish a cohort-based class, as opposed to the 10% of students who finish self-paced courses. Self-paced courses are quickly turning into books that you buy because you have the urge to read it, but then you never actually read it. So I'm really stoked that Ambitious Labs is already at the forefront of offering cohort-based classes for builders, specifically who don't know how to code and want to build really cool products. The third one is AI for personalized learning. And I listened to a ton of professors talk about how they're using tools like ChatGPT or LangChain to develop their own personalized chatbots that can make professors' life easier. During office hours at a university, professors are typically asked very redundant questions. So departments internally are now deploying their own versions of AI bots that can help the professor during their office hours. So instead of the professor having to field the same question over and over again, they can now use AI to deliver personalized learning and take time off the professor. That's just one example. But like I said earlier in the video, AI is also being used to create personalized tutors and coaches, and every tech company or every education business is going to have their own chatbot at some point. It's inevitable. Also, the emphasis on diversity and inclusion is more prevalent now than ever before. So how can we use AI to personalize learning experiences that are based on a student's interests, their race, or even their socioeconomic class? Because you can't deliver the same quiz questions to the daughter of a rich CEO and somebody who comes from a really poor area, right? Like, that poor person is getting a quiz question about a $60 hair salon haircut, when I bet you that poor person has their parents cut their hair because they can't afford to go to a $60 salon. So how do we create experiences for learning that are personalized for everyone, no matter where they come from? Because it's inevitable. Not everyone comes from the same place. So that's what the education industry is working on. And we have to be ethical in the way that we use AI to prioritize the well-being, because unfortunately, another thing I learned is that bad people will do bad things faster than good people will do good things. So we have to be ethical, and we have to prioritize the well-being of humanity and make the world a better place. I'm excited that a lot of my hypotheses around the future of education were validated by major players in the space. If you have any questions about what we're doing in Ambitious Labs or any of our cohort-based builder classes, feel free to reach out to me in our Slack community, and I'd be happy to answer any of your questions. I'll see you in Slack.